Justin Bieber has finally addressed the rumors linking him to the ongoing legal issues surrounding Diddy. After months of public speculation, whispers on social media, and increasing public pressure, the Canadian pop star released a formal statement through his representative, firmly denying any personal involvement in the serious allegations surrounding the rap mogul. The statement comes at a time when Combs is facing multiple federal charges and lawsuits, and many have been connecting the dots between his history with young celebrities and his current legal troubles. In recent months, Combs, a prominent figure in the music industry for decades, has come under intense scrutiny due to a series of legal cases involving alleged misconduct. While Combs has denied all allegations and entered a plea of not guilty to several federal charges, the attention surrounding the case has escalated rapidly. Among the topics that began trending on social media was his past connection with a young Justin Bieber, which dates back to 2009 when the teen singer was just beginning his rise to fame. That year, Bieber was famously invited to spend time at Combs' residence, a moment that was once seen as a rite of passage for the budding pop icon, but has since resurfaced in a more unsettling light. Video clips that re-emerged in 2023 showed the two spending 48 hours together during Bieber's early career. At the time, this mentorship was celebrated as a sign of Bieber's emerging presence in the music world, but as Diddy's legal troubles unfolded, many began to revisit this relationship with fresh concerns, particularly given the significant age gap between the two at the time. In response to the growing speculation and concern, Bieber's team decided to break the long silence. Through a spokesperson speaking to TMZ, Bieber confirmed that he is not one of the individuals directly affected by Combs' alleged actions. Although Justin is not among Sean Combs' victims, there are individuals who were genuinely harmed by him, the statement read. Shifting focus away from this reality detracts from the justice these victims rightfully deserve. The statement was a clear attempt to separate Bieber from the increasingly complex and sensitive case, while still acknowledging the serious nature of the claims being made by others. For many fans and public figures, it was a necessary moment of clarity. Bieber's silence had, until that point, left room for speculation to grow unchecked. His response now repositions the narrative, centering it on the importance of seeking justice for those directly impacted, rather than fueling rumors. There had been ongoing speculation among fans and media outlets that Bieber's reported emotional challenges in recent years may have had some connection to his past interactions with Combs. However, Bieber's team has now addressed those concerns head-on, reinforcing that while he was once close to the producer, he was not among those harmed. In doing so, Bieber has taken a firm stance, offering support to those who have come forward without allowing his name to become a distraction. Public relations expert Chad Teixeira offered insight into the timing of Bieber's decision to comment. Speaking to news outlets, Teixeira remarked that Bieber's silence could no longer be maintained without risking the narrative slipping out of his control. The allegations against Diddy have reached critical mass. Teixeira said that Bieber knows that if he doesn't speak now, the narrative will be written without him, and probably not in his favor. In addition to releasing a public statement, sources close to Bieber have noted that the singer deeply regrets his recent collaboration with Combs. Though the project was intended as a musical reunion and celebration of their shared history, the unfolding revelations around Combs have cast the collaboration in a very different light. The situation highlights the complicated legacy of mentorship and celebrity in the entertainment industry, particularly when it involves young artists and older, influential figures. While Bieber has grown into adulthood and built a successful life and career of his own, his early years remain a point of curiosity for fans and critics alike. The public wants to understand not only the trajectory of his career, but also the environment in which he came of age. As the legal proceedings against Combs continue, Bieber's statement is likely to be one of many from those who have crossed paths with the music executive over the years. It also serves as a reminder of the challenges young performers face in navigating fame, trust, and professional relationships in a highly scrutinized industry. Diddy's white parties, which began in the late 1990s and continued into the 2000s, were legendary within the entertainment industry. Held at luxurious locations, including his mansions or exotic destinations, these parties were the epitome of celebrity excess. The guest list boasted some of the most powerful figures in entertainment, from actors and musicians to fashion designers and high-profile athletes. Attendees included the likes of Jay-Z, Beyoncé, Jennifer Lopez, Paris Hilton, and Leonardo DiCaprio, making these events a symbol of status and success. Reports have come out that Sean Diddy Combs cautioned individuals under the age of 18 that at his white party that they would need to depart since the grown-ups were getting their groove on. Video has surfaced of the embattled music entrepreneur addressing his annual Hamptons White Party, formerly an essential invitation for the privileged. Combs was dramatically apprehended and indicted last month on charges including racketeering and trafficking, which he has refuted. The notorious white parties were extensively recorded, with a celebrity guest list that included Jay-Z, Jennifer Lopez, Billy Zane, and Sarah Jessica Parker. Champagne is observed being liberally spilt over celebrities, some topless, as guys attired in all white celebrate on the balcony. Photographs taken at Diddy's penultimate party in 2008 depict scantily clad women frolicking in the swimming pool. A lawyer reports that some prominent celebrities are discreetly compensating victims to evade public identification in litigation associated with the Diddy assault case. Attorney Tony Busby, representing over 120 alleged victims of Sean Diddy Combs, said that prominent celebrities are soon to be sued by his business, and he is offering them an opportunity to settle before the charges are publicly filed in court. Certain celebrities have chosen to reach a settlement, he stated, and interestingly, researchers have said that this is why some celebrities have deleted their comments on platforms such as Twitter and Facebook. Busby stated that in every instance, particularly in cases such as this, they strive to resolve these issues without initiating a public lawsuit, as it serves the best interests of the victim. They have already accomplished this with several individuals, many of whom the public is familiar with. Busby will commence filing many lawsuits, including on behalf of 25 juveniles, starting this month. He has initially dispatched demand letters informing additional parties who will be litigated alongside Combs. Busby stated that he will be aggressively pursuing anyone who witnessed the purported assault and neglected to intervene to safeguard the victims. Following his incarceration, people have started to present legal claims and accounts of purported abuse. Combs and his legal counsel have asserted that the freak-offs involved consenting adults and have rejected any allegations of abuse, including against those under the age of 18. Numerous celebrities have previously admitted to experiencing extravagant nights with the founder of Bad Boy Records during earlier interviews and public appearances. A dancer who participated in one such event is revealing names of individuals she alleges to have seen with Diddy. Adria Sherry English has recounted her experiences in an interview with news outlets and in a civil complaint, wherein she alleges that Diddy committed assault, among other accusations. She asserted that the rapper had guaranteed access to prominent celebrity figures, including former President Donald Trump, Reverend Al Sharpton, Paris Hilton, music mogul Jay-Z, and music executives such as Russell Simmons, Irv Gotti, Steve Stout, Andre Harrell, and Lyor Cohen. Socialite Paris Hilton was photographed at multiple soirees with Diddy. In a specific photo, they appeared amicable, each donning immaculate white attire. They were absorbed in dialogue, with Paris distinctly identifiable by her flamboyant jewelry that spelt her name. Former music industry insider Tom Swoop has shared his recollections of surviving Diddy's white parties, which were categorized into tiers of access. The event featured public admission, followed by a sequence of tiers, culminating in access to the inner sanctum where the authentic revelry occurred. This purportedly involved degrading male and female guests under the pretense of securing record deals or financial compensation. Justin Litovsky, now 30 years old, informed the New York Post that he was 6 years old when he accompanied his mother to a white party. He stated that he recalled an abundance of women and men in and around the pool who were not dressed appropriately around him. Combs was apprehended by Homeland Security officials at the Park Hyatt Hotel in Midtown Manhattan and is currently detained in Brooklyn pending trial. The indictment outlines claims originating from 2008, accusing him of abusing, intimidating, and coercing women over several years to satisfy his cravings, safeguard his reputation, and obscure his actions. Combs has been accused of orchestrating freak-offs, characterized as elaborate and manufactured acts that he directed while engaging in masturbation, frequently recording the events. The indictment indicated that certain freak-offs could endure for days, necessitating Combs and the victims to have intravenous fluids for recuperation from the exertion. Federal authorities asserted that they seized 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant during a raid on his residences in Miami and Los Angeles earlier this year. Diddy's arrest occurred 10 months subsequent to charges of abuse against the music tycoon, along with a declaration from prosecutors regarding an investigation into his activities. The charges originated from a lawsuit filed by Diddy's former partner, Cassie Ventura, asserting that she was subjected to physical assault and violence by the artist. The lawsuit was resolved the day following its public disclosure. Nonetheless, Diddy has subsequently faced more allegations. The accusation against him further asserts that he systematically coerced and mistreated women over an extended period, including extortion and egregious acts of violence to maintain control over his victims. It alludes indirectly to an assault on his ex-girlfriend Cassie that was recorded on tape. Prosecutors sought his incarceration. His attorneys suggested his release on a $50 million bond under house confinement with electronic monitoring. U.S. Magistrate Judge Robin Tarnowski ruled in favor of the government. Similar to several aging hip-hop icons, Bad Boy Records founder Diddy has cultivated a more benign public persona. However, prosecutors asserted that he enabled his offenses by employing the very organizations, individuals, and techniques that propelled him to prominence. They asserted they would substantiate the allegations with financial and travel documentation, electronic correspondence, and recordings of the freak-offs. A conviction on all charges would necessitate a mandatory 15-year jail term with the potential for a life sentence.